Well, hello again, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and we're about to lay down on the floor for today's yin yoga practice. And the great news is that for today's class, we're just going to stay laying down on the floor the entire time. Couldn't be any more relaxing. Let's make our way into Savasana, aka corpse pose. And if you're on our Slack channel, I hope that you enjoyed that fun, silly story I posted today uh, about the studio in England, of course, and them being in corpse clothes. Awesome. Make sure that your strap and your blocks are nearby because we are just going to stay laying down on the floor for the entire practice today. And I want you to be able to melt into your mat space, into your breath, into this moment as much as possible. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. Start using your breath. On your inhale, just notice how your body is feeling and where. Where might you be holding some extra stress or tension today? And inhale and just notice. And exhale, do your best to let it go. Finding one spot on the ceiling to relax your eyes or simply closing them throughout today's class. Remember that if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. And every time that you move your head and you have to reset your eyes and find stillness with them again, it might not feel like it, but it actually is a little bit of a stressor. And we are truly here to relax as much as possible. So inch by inch, breath by breath, scan yourself from the top of your head, the end of your hair, all the way down to your toes. I know for me, it's been a bit of a stressful week, month, year. I've really noticed a lot of stress in the chest and shoulders curling in towards myself. So for me, the biggest intention with the breath is trying to get the tips of the shoulders towards the floor, to relax just a little bit more, to enjoy this moment and this breath right now. Last few breaths in our opening savasana. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and draw the knees up towards the chest. Maybe you place the soles of the feet on the floor, really work to firmly plant your back on the mat, and then draw your knees up. And if it feels good, you can rock gently side to side, giving yourself a little massage on your spine, into your sacrum. Maybe you can give yourself a couple circles with your knees in one direction, maybe some circles with your knees in the opposite direction. Now you can keep rocking gently side to side if that's what feels right for you today. But if slash when you're ready to come into your stillness and your breath, let's do it. If you're feeling really tight and your body already seems far away or challenged, maybe your hands come behind your thighs. Maybe you already want to use your strap to help you find some pressure. Maybe you can relax your head more on the floor if you're using a prop. So many yoga classes that I participate in, we don't get to use a prop. So what a joy it is to use this strap to assist ourselves in feeling better. We've got 1 minute to go right here, wherever you are. All right, getting ready to make a change. We're going to keep the right knee up towards the chest and extend your left leg long. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg and extend your right arm to the side. Use your hand to help pull your left leg over. We're coming into the first of our spine twists for the day. Perhaps you keep your left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Maybe you bring a block into play and you even place the block under the inside of your right thigh. You can straighten that left leg out long. You can bend it. You can tuck your right foot behind the left leg. Maybe you're focusing a lot on the twist in your spine and stacking your hips. Maybe you're working to bring your two shoulders to the mat. You can turn and twist your head in the opposite direction of the knees for a nice stretch of the neck and then come back to your breath. We're here for about 2 minutes from right now. I did not mention it earlier, but if you care to, want to, need to set an intention for today's practice, it's never too late to do so. Whether there is a positive thought or affirmation that you are returning to, if you notice that your mind is anywhere besides this breath, this stretch right now, maybe you're intentionally giving yourself positive energy and vibes, or you want to send them out to someone else out there. I know when I first started practicing, if someone was like, set an intention for your class, I would have been like, get out of here, you weirdo. But now I am that weirdo, and I really do think that it helps as your mind continues to swirl and churn to think back to what brought you to your mat today. What are you hoping to create in your body, in your mind, in your breath, in your soul, in your life? By attending this class, are you trying to relax a little bit more? Are you trying to release something? Just reminding yourself how much you are worth investing in can be so powerful. And it's the power of positivity and whatnot. I'm not saying you need to be toxically positive, but if you think good thoughts, energetically you can feel lighter, more open. You're going to believe whatever you repeat to yourself. So why not say something nice? If you brought your head out of line with your heart, bring your head back in line with your heart. Roll onto your spine one more time. Draw both knees to your chest. We got another opportunity here for a quick little rock side to side. Maybe making those circles with your knees in one direction, bringing the massage more to your low back sacrum. Circles with your knees in the opposite direction. Find your stillness here for one more minute. Remember, you can use that strap, but perhaps you're already feeling a little bit more open. Maybe it's easier for you to get the edges of your shoulders, more of the back of your head, back of your neck, upper back, middle back, lower back to the neck. Even if each of them only touches for 1 second, one vertebrae at a time, just working to create relaxation and space. Inhaling in through your nose, exhaling out through your nose or mouth. Practicing some ujjayi breathing, slight constriction of your throat, warming your breath, can also create that snoring sensation similar to the sound of the ocean. on your inhale and your exhale. And when you're ready, extend your right leg nice and long. Right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Left arm extends to the side. And let's find our spine twist over here. Whole new side of the body. So maybe you can or want to do the same thing on this side. Maybe you want to do something completely different. You've got a total of 3 minutes to go. You can always use your block under your thigh, between your legs, whatever feels good. Option to keep your right hand on the outside of the left thigh, a little extra uh, stretch into your fascia and pressure. And if you don't want that extra little bit of stretch or pressure, then remove it. Find what feels good for you today. Last few moments in this opening spine twist. And as you're ready, roll to your back one more time, knees drawing towards your chest. This time we're going to send the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Option to break out your strap for a little happy baby. How much of the back of your neck, back of your arms, shoulders can you relax on the mat? So just enjoy as deep of a stretch as you want. If you want to rock gently side to side again and just be the happiest baby that you want to be, I encourage you to enjoy some movement for this first minute, and then we can enjoy some stillness together. If you were rocking gently side to side, can you sink into your stillness right here? Knees coming towards your chest and armpits, soles of the feet still up towards the ceiling. You're welcome to stay here, being a happy baby, getting that deep stretch into your hip flexors. Maybe you're feeling it a bit in your hamstrings. If you want more of a stretch on your inner thighs, you can come into a straight leg big toe stretch. Whether you're actually holding onto your big toes or you're still using your strap right here, we're going to take the next 2 minutes either still enjoying that happy baby stretch or this wide leg stretch, getting a little bit more into the inner thighs, groin, glutes, which feels so fantastic, especially if you had joined me earlier this week for uh, hardcore glutes boot camp. Once again, just a reminder that no stretch should be so deep that your breath is limited. And no stretch should be so deep that you need to keep coming in and out of the stretch. So just find wherever it is that you are able to breathe today and let your practice begin from there. Next up, we're going to come into a reclined bound angle. Take a couple breaths right here. And if you're using the strap's going to help us come into this posture. You can slowly begin to bring your feet together. Soles of the feet connect, heels touch, and then using your strap, relax and release the outer edges of your feet down to the floor. Once they're there, press into them, lift yourself up for just a moment to get as much of your low back and glutes on the floor as possible. And here's where our blocks come into play again. You can slide those blocks under your uh, outer thighs, maybe even place them on an angle to be as supportive as possible. If you don't have any blocks at home, you can always release the feet a little closer towards the bottom of the mat. And simply doing that will allow you to bring more of the outer edges of your thighs towards the floor. So come on back to your breath right here. This is a longer posture of the day, starting to make things a little bit longer. We are here for the next 3 minutes, which means 4 minutes total. Feel free to make an adjustment with your arms, maybe bringing a stretch into your chest if you want to bring your arms all the way up overhead, or if you want to goalpost those arms or send them out wide. Palms facing up towards the ceiling is a way to receive energy in the room, in your space, in the world. Palms facing down towards the floor can promote a little bit more grounding with the earth, with the space around you. Last few breaths right here. All right. Go ahead, send your knees up towards the ceiling, feet nice and wide, hip or mat's width distance apart, and take a gentle windshield wipe of your feet, right and left, right and left. Sorry, of your knees. Right and left, right and left. And then start to walk your feet in, hips width distance apart. Let's keep the left foot down on the floor. You might want your strap. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left and open that right knee wide. So starting with a big stretch on the front side hip flexor. Perhaps you even push that right knee away a little bit. Low back can stay down on the floor. Hand can be providing warmth into the hip flexor or providing a little bit of pressure. We're staying here for just over a minute from right now. If the stretch on the front side of your hip is exactly what your body needs today, then you're able to stay here. But in 1 minute, we will otherwise pick that leg, left leg up and bring the stretch to the back side of the right glute. Okay, so remember, it's your option. You can stay right here, stretching and opening the front side. If you want to bring this, oh my gosh, sorry, my stomach is starting to hurt really badly. If you want to bring the stretch to the back side of the leg, then just lift your left foot off of the floor. Perhaps you're using your strap to help you find the stretch right here. Relax the back of your head, shoulders on the mat. Just breathe, whatever you can do today. And if lifting that foot up you found was not the stretch that's right for you, then you can also release that left foot back down to the floor. We got 1 minute to go right here. If your left foot was still in the air, go ahead, release it down to your mat, and then wheel it further to the left side of the mat. With your right ankle still crossed, you can open your arms wide or goalpost arms. and allow knees to fall heavy over to the right. If it feels good to keep your right ankle crossed on top of the left thigh, then do it. And if it doesn't feel good, then simply slide that right ankle off of your left thigh, working to bring that left inner thigh towards the floor. Come back to your breath, our second twist of the day. Just over a minute to go. Your arms and upper body are wherever you want them to be. If you still have your right ankle crossed over your left thigh, gently slide it off. Both feet are touching the floor, and on your next inhale, send your knees back up towards the ceiling. We're coming back into that windshield wipe, left and right, as fast or as slow as you want or need. And when you're ready, knees pointing back up towards the ceiling, go ahead, walk your feet in line with your hips. This time, right foot stays down on the floor and left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Working to bring your two knees in one line, you can just think towards stretching the outer edge of the left knee to the bottom of the mat, bottom of the room, or your hand can once again come to your thigh to apply some pressure, maybe warming up the hip crease. Let's just relax here. We've got 1 minute to go. And try to take notice if you're like leaning a lot to one side. Are both of your glutes or both sides of your low back firmly planted on the mat? And if not, can you make any sort of adjustment or correction to find that grounding with your mat space? And remember, you can stay right here, finding that stretch on the front side of the body. If you'd like to bring it to the back side of the body, lift your right foot up off the floor. Right foot can just float off of the mat. You do not have to hold on with your hands or with your strap. But if you want a little bit more stretch and you would like to hold on with your strap, then go for it. Remember, we're trying to find something that we can hold, not coming in and out and in and out. So where does your stillness, where does your stretch need to be? I'm going to return my right foot to the floor because that's what feels right for my body today. Remember, every day is different. Each side of the body is different. You and I are different. So I'm making suggestions and you're creating the shape that feels right for you. If you lifted your right foot up off of the floor, carefully release your right foot back down to the mat. Walk, wiggle it out to the outer edge of your mat on the right side, and then knees fall heavy to the left. Remember, a whole new side of the body. Find what feels good. If it does feel good, that extra pressure into your glute, into your side hip with the ankle still crossed, go for it. And if you want to uncross your legs, you can do that too. Oh, I'm feeling so tight. I'm even going to bring a block towards that inner thigh for some relaxation right here. If your left ankle is still crossed over your right thigh, slowly, carefully, with intention, slide that left ankle to the mat. And then once again, send both knees up towards the ceiling. Move your props to the side if you were using them. That windshield wipe of your legs, right and left. And let's go ahead and extend our legs nice and long. We're just going to take a moment to let everything sink in. Return your arms back down by your side. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. Heels touch, toes fall open. Had a lot of stretches, stimulation into your hips, into your glutes. So maybe you feel a tingling sensation as the blood flow normalizes, returning into our posterior chain. And we'll be back to this final savasana soon enough. But take a quick little wiggle of your fingers, wiggle of your toes, and inhale your arms up overhead. Keep your hips right where they are and walk your legs over to the right, starting with feet side by side. Bring your upper body over to the right. Maybe you grab hold or cross thumbs, or your left wrist grabs your right wrist, or you grab hold of your elbows. We're creating a half moon banana shape through the left side of the body. If you feel like your left leg is slipping away and you're having trouble just staying here, right ankle can cross over the left. But if you want a little bit more of a stretch, left ankle can cross over the right. Find wherever it feels good to place your head. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Maybe you look over your left. Back to your breath. Let's hang out here for the next 2 full minutes. If you have your ankles crossed, slowly uncross your ankles. Bring your upper body back to center. Walk your legs back to center. Take a full cycle of breath while you're there, melting your total body into the mat. When you're ready, hips stay where they are, and this time legs walk over to the left. No judgment, no expectation. Whole new side of the body. Feet start side by side. Upper body comes over to the left. Maybe you grab hold of your wrist with your hand. Maybe you cross your thumbs. Maybe you grab your elbows. If you need the grounding, outer leg, left leg crosses over right. If you want that extra stretch, right ankle crosses over left. You can even just keep your feet side by side. You're creating the stretch that's meaningful for you throughout the right side of your body. And we're going to hang out here for another 2 full minutes. If you crossed your ankles, let's uncross ankles. Start to slowly bring your upper body back to center. Bring your legs back through to center. Bring your arms back down by your side. One more asana before final savasana, or if you are just ready for final savasana, you go for it. Otherwise, we're bending our knees one more time, soles of the feet down on the floor. Grab your block on your inhale, lift yourself up and place your block at your low back. Maybe you're going for a high version of the block. Maybe you're going for low. I usually like it pretty high, but today I'm just going to treat myself to a little bit less of a stretch. Arms can stay by your side. You can always walk, wiggle, extend your legs out a little bit longer, bringing more of a stretch into your low belly, maybe back into that hip flexor, starting to stimulate digestion. Maybe even choose to bring your arms up overhead. If you came into anything and it started feeling good and it started to then feel like too much, just ease your way back. We won't be here for too long. We've got a little over a minute to go. However, if you want to stay in this reclined glute bridge for longer, you are absolutely welcome to. I just hope you'll still create time for your final savasana when practice is over, even if you have to do so by yourself. You're welcome to stay here in this supported glute bridge for as long as your body wants or needs. When the time is right for you to come out, just work on doing so the opposite way you went in. So if your arms are up overhead, bring your arms back down by your side. Use them to help support you in walking or wiggling your feet closer to the center line. Once your feet are under your knees, you can press into them. Use your inhale to lift your back up and exhale one vertebrae at a time. You will paint your spine down your mat. Once it's there, if your back is still not feeling great, you can just keep your knees bent and tent your legs together. Otherwise, legs extend long, arms can extend long by your side. Find whatever feels good for you. Maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And let's sink into a final savasana. Or remember, you can get there when you want to, whenever you leave your supported glute bridge. We've just got a couple minutes left together. And we'll end here on the floor so that anyone who did want to take that longer glute bridge does not feel rushed to end class. Whether you set a positive intention at the beginning or you choose to do so now, take a moment and think towards something that you can be proud of yourself for, something that you've done today or maybe this week that just fills your heart with joy, brings a smile to your face, whether it was a task that you completed to help someone else or something you did to help yourself. I hope that when we are together on our mats again, you'll have so many wonderful thoughts, feelings, memories, etc., that can run through your head. Take some time and create them this week or weekend. Do your best to speak good words to yourself. Eat good foods. Do good deeds. Take time every day, even if it's just one breath, to set positive intentions, to fill yourself with love and light. Reminder that even if no one has told you today, you are special and you are worth it. And you are worthy of all the good things. And when you do take this time to nourish yourself, to fill your own cup up to the point that it can spill over, that you're not just doing something good for you, you're truly doing something great for everyone around you. Because when you lead by example of making time for you and you feel good, other people around you are also going to be inspired to do for themselves, to take the time to feel good. Thank you all so much for coming and joining me for today's practice. As always, the light within me honors, sees, and is so thankful for the light within you. Thank you so much for showing up and shining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your practice, a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.